you transact everything in Bitcoin?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I approach it with first principle of the dollar only goes down with time. How much do you want to own of a thing that only goes down? None of it. Okay. Bitcoin only goes up with time. How much of the thing that only goes up do you want to own? As much as possible. So I looked myself in the mirror at some point and I said, well, why do I own any dollars if they only go down? Is it because I've been programmed and my first principle thinking has been stripped from my brain by going to university? Why do I own any of these things? And so the way I set up my life and our company, we sell this product, but I'm not even here to be a salesman, is I get my paycheck, direct deposit, 100% converted into Bitcoin, and it's a account routing number, and I pay my bills from my Bitcoin balance as well. So I spend on credit cards. Credit cards are a great product for me because I get to spend the thing that only goes down without having to own it. Right. And so I got whatever, Amex, Chase Sapphire, Fidelity card. And then at the end of the month, my account pulls from my Bitcoin, converts to Bitcoin, pays the bills. Automatically. And people get really hung up on the tax burden. But what people don't understand is Bitcoin is taxed as a capital gain. Capital gain means you made money. Capital gain means Bitcoin went up. And so, yes, the fact that I have to share my gain with the government, we can talk about, the philosophical debate all day long. But the reality is this: I'd rather give the government a little bit of my gain than have gotten debased and inflated. That's the ultimate tax, is if I'm sitting in dollars. So the fact that I'm in the best performing asset of all time and I have to share a little bit with the government when I pay a bill, that's a way better deal than just getting persistently poor forever. And so, listen, like, Bitcoin's up over 100% this calendar year. 100% is a fancier way for those at home of saying the thing's more than doubled. More than doubled if it's my base checking account, if it's my capital asset. That's another way of saying my life's gotten over half off this year. So, right? I mean, in fiat, in dollar terms, what is just getting by today is poverty tomorrow. In Bitcoin, what is poverty today is good enough for tomorrow, right? So I've reversed my life entirely. Things get cheaper for me.
But what's crazy too about the taxes is if you end up owing taxes at the end of the year, they charge you the inflationary interest.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you owe $100 in January, next January it's $104. You got to pay them more because you lost.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So crazy.
Yeah, and Jack's done a real big service for common people, right? Because he's putting it in a way now where it becomes very familiar to everybody. I think early on in Bitcoin and when everyone's going down their own journey, people start with it as this really speculative asset, and they think that really the only thing you can do with it is trade it. That's kind of the way everyone viewed it for a very long time. And that was actually how I started out. I bought Bitcoin back in 2013, made the joke with my dad saying maybe we should just buy 1,000, see how it works. Right?
Oh, man.
We didn't do that, unfortunately. But then it went from $270 to $1,400. I sold the initial amount that I bought, thought I was a trading genius, right? Like, it was a good feeling. I thought I won, right? And now time's gone on and you realize what it is that you were holding. And it took me a couple of years, probably until 2017, to really have it click for me what was happening. And that when you're looking at Bitcoin, the beauty that it brings to us is it gives everyone an education in economics that they're not going to get anywhere else.
Yes.
Right? Most people, when you go to school, they'll teach you all of your standard talking points around inflation, but you don't really understand how it impacts your life and the life of the people you care about. And the reason that Bitcoin really grabbed me was because it was the only one of these digital assets that people told other people they care about it. They weren't trying to get people into a speculative play to pump it. Like, you're telling your family members, you're telling your close friends, like, it's one of the only assets that you find these communities going, no, really, I want you to get into this, and I want you to get into this because I see what's happening broadly in the world that you're not seeing yet.
Yeah.
It's a protective thing that we can bring to the people we care about, and I think that's a really big component of what Bitcoin's brought, and it's really helped get the message out in a way that shows people there's an alternative now. There didn't used to be. You used to be trapped in the fiat system. Now there's an alternative, and Jack's building the rails for how the rest of the world's going to be able to use this.
Well, the what is money is the critical piece, in my opinion. I couldn't agree with Ben more.
What is it?
So money is the market good that you acquire not to consume. Very simple, but super important. I acquire a cheeseburger to eat it. I acquire a plane or a car to transport me. I acquire money not to eat it, not to move me around, not to live in it like a house. I acquire it to store, save, and exchange my labor, my effort, my time, my energy. Money is your time and energy in an abstracted form. Before money, we had barter. In a society of 10 people, barter's fine. Hey, you go hunt, you go build the homes, you take care of the kids. At dinner, we all exchange our services and our contributions to society. You want an economy of 8 billion people. You need an instrument to abstract your time, energy, effort, labor into a monetary market good that you acquire, again, not to consume it. Now, people think money is what we decide we want it to be. If I wanted water bottles to be money, I could be money. And
Bottle caps.
Right. Totally. Yeah. And trading cards. And because the government decided dollars are money, then that's what money is. Money is not. Money is a technology just like an airplane. If I decided an airplane was a banana and I tried to fly here to do this podcast on a banana, I would have killed myself. There would have been physical harm because it's not the right technology to have flown me through the clouds. Same with money is if I decide money is dollars, it's poor technology. I will just end up poor. I will end up with less food, less housing, less travel, less kids, less vacation, less stuff. So money, the most important property of money as a market good is scarcity. How hard is it to create more of it? Because I'll tell you this, if they can debase your money, and money is your time and energy in abstracted form, by proxy, they're debasing you.
Yep.
When they're making the money less valuable, they're making you less valuable.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Culture War podcast. We're live every Friday, 10 a.m. to noon, so subscribe and come hang out.